Welcome back, spelling champions. In today's explainer, we're heading straight into the Word Detective Academy to totally master the Latin roots ANN and ENN. So far, you've completely nailed the essential vocabulary and number prefix combinations. But today, we're leveling up. We're turning you into expert word detectives and giving you the exact tools you need to break down those massive, intimidating vocabulary words that usually make students panic right in the middle of a competition. So let's map out the 6 zones on our journey to Spelling Bee victory. We'll start at the Word Detective Training Academy, head over to the Pronunciation Stadium Masterclass, sneak into the Spelling Bee Secrets Camp, climb Advanced Vocabulary Mountain, explore the Vocabulary Family Forest, and finish up with a grand graduation recap. All right, first stop, Word Detective Training, where we'll be decoding the secrets of time. You know that feeling when you discover a huge word you've never seen before and your mind just goes blank? Well, your first mission as a detective is to stop, take a breath, and ask one very specific question. What does this word have to do with years? Instead of freezing up, true word detectives break unfamiliar words into manageable pieces. Don't panic when you see a big word like biennial. Just use 3 incredibly simple steps. Step 1, find the prefix. Here, bi means 2. Step 2, find the root. N means year. And step 3, put it all together. 2 years. Boom. So biennial simply means occurring every 2 years. Case closed. And you know what? You can do this exact same thing with triennial for 3 years or quadrennial for 4 years. It's like a secret code. Okay, now it's your turn to jump into the field. I actually want you to pause and think for a second. Put on your detective hat. Can you decode these 2 massive words? Decennial and millennium. Look really closely at the prefixes at the very start of each word and combine them with the root you already know. Let's see if you cracked the code. Decan means 10 and millen means 1,000. So putting it together, decennial means every 10 years and millennium means 1,000 years. This brilliantly illustrates our golden formula in action. The formula is literally just this. When you see annin or ennin, think here, then find the prefix. That is exactly how Spelling Bee champions decode completely unfamiliar words when they're standing up there on stage under all those bright lights. Moving right along to Zone 2, the Pronunciation Stadium, it's time to speak like a champion. As any top-tier speller will tell you, knowing the root meaning is really only half the battle. Pronunciation can absolutely trip you up, and you need to know exactly how a word sounds to spell it perfectly. Notice the different endings here, IUM versus IL. Millennium is pronounced millennium, while millennial is pronounced millennial. Just that tiny change in ending completely alters the meaning. Millennium is the actual 1,000-year period itself, while millennial is an adjective meaning related to that millennium. You really have to listen closely to those endings. To conquer pronunciation, you've got to recognize patterns and rhythms. Many of these ANN words end with the letters ENNIIL. And the secret here is that this ending almost always sounds like ENEal. Learn that rhythm once for words like centennial, perennial, and quinquennial, and I promise you will use it forever. It pops up again and again, establishing a reliable rhythm you can totally lean on. Next up, welcome to Zone 3, the Spelling Bee Secrets Camp. Let's learn how to avoid the traps. Now, these are the danger zones in spelling competitions, where one simple, tiny mistake can literally cost you the championship. Here is a major spelling bee warning for you. Just one dropped letter completely changes the meaning of a word. Look at annual, which means yearly, and then look at annual, which means to cancel. You have got to pay close attention to the vowel at the end. And here is another massive trap. Honestly, these words confuse even adults, but we need you to stay sharp. Biennial means every 2 years, while biannual means twice each year. They look and sound incredibly similar, right? But one happens over a long 2-year span, and the other happens twice within a single solitary year. It's a huge difference. So the absolutely crucial point here is the double N rule. Most ANN words keep their double Ns. Whether it's annual, anniversary, annuity, biennial, centennial, perennial, or millennial, they all require that double N. Never, ever forget the double N. It's a foundational building block for your spelling success. So many students try to write words like millennium or quinquennial with a single N, and unfortunately, it's just an immediate disqualification. All right, grab your climbing gear. We're heading into Zone 4, Advanced Vocabulary Mountain, for some peak spelling performance. We are officially leaving the basics behind and entering peak spelling territory to tackle some of the most challenging competition words out there. Just follow along this timeline and notice how the prefix mathematically builds upon the root to map out these epic anniversaries. At 100 years, we have the centennial. At 150 years, the incredible sesquicentennial. And get this, sesqui literally translates to 1.5, so 1.5 years. Amazing, right? And at 200 years, the bicentennial. It is quite literally just math, translated beautifully into Latin. Up at the absolute highest peaks of the mountain, we find words like superannuation, pronounced superannuation. This means retirement because of age or years of service. This is without a doubt one of the most advanced words you'll encounter. You've got super, meaning over or above, and an, meaning years. So you have literally gone over your required years of service. Another advanced peak performance word is millenarian, pronounced millenarian. This simply means related to a 1,000-year period. Mil for thousand, and for year. It's this incredible, massive, 1,000-year concept, all wrapped up nicely into one elegant word. Time to head back down into Zone 5, the vocabulary family forest, where we're going to grow your word knowledge. You know, one of the greatest secrets of championship spellers is that they learn whole families of words, not just isolated random flashcards. Roots create connections, and that memory web creates spelling success. Notice the annual family, the anniversary family, the perennial family, the centennial family, and the millennium family. Think about it. If you know how to spell centennial, adding a simple prefix to make bicentennial is incredibly easy. Connecting words into family trees locks them securely into your long-term memory. And finally, we've made it to Zone 6, the grand graduation recap. You are officially an ANN/ENN master. You've completed your word detective training. You've mastered the tricky pronunciations, survived the spelling bee traps, scaled advanced vocabulary mountain, and planted your very own vocabulary family forest. All our animal characters have gathered right here at the ASN/NS Detective Academy to celebrate you. Just look at these massive advanced words floating overhead right now. Biennial, triennial, quadrennial, quinquennial, perennial, centennial, millennium, and millennial. And let's not forget the peaks, sesquicentennial, analyst, and superannuation. This incredible list proves exactly how many complex words you can now confidently decode, pronounce, and spell using your championship speller strategies. You break down the prefix, you identify the root, you apply the double-in rule, and you conquer the word. Every single time. As golden calendar confetti fills the sky across this final banner, always remember this golden formula. AN and EN equals year. This root is the foundation of it all. But honestly, it begs a pretty exciting question. If mastering just one single Latin root unlocks this many complex words, what other secret codes are hiding in plain sight in the English dictionary? Be incredibly proud of the spelling bee champion you are becoming, and get excited to really test your skills in the upcoming Part 4 interactive quiz. In our next explainer, we'll be covering fun memory tricks, doing a rapid-fire review, and jumping into a final etymology challenge to lock all this knowledge in for good. I'll see you there.